Greetings all. For those who do not know who I am, which is the vast majority of you, my name is Rebecca Sharrock, though you'll get to know me in the social sense as Becky. As my life is a rather complicated story, I'll begin first of all by giving you a brief overview of my early years. The first part of my life, I was quite a mess, emotionally and mentally. In case you're wondering, no, I was never a juvenile delinquent who got into any sort of trouble anywhere. I was merely very confused as a result of struggling to find out who I truly was. Discovering myself and establishing a foundation for my life was impossible at that time because of my anxiety and all those diagnoses and misdiagnoses I was going through. Firstly, I was labelled with various kinds of anxiety disorders, though at the age of 15 I got diagnosed with autism, and a year later I got a diagnosis of obsessive compulsive disorder. I do quite clearly have those two conditions, and I really do wish that I had been diagnosed with them earlier in my childhood and school career. The reason being that I had missed so much of the help that I needed to be able to pass school. Since that time, it was my dream to become a writer and public speaker. I'd written a couple of books that were read and shared by members of my family, and I did some short talks that I'd post on social media. But my biggest breakthrough was my discovery of HSAM, or Highly Superior Autobiographical Memory, in 2011. My parents were watching a segment about HSAM on 60 Minutes, featuring a small group of people who could remember every day of their distant past in precise detail. Mum and my stepdad Brent believed that I too had HSAM, and they asked me if it was okay if they could send an email to the University of California, Irvine, the institute who had discovered the people featured on the show. Amazed by our luck, we received a reply within 2 weeks, which stated that they were willing to test me and include me in their research if I had the right kind of memory relative to their study. For the next few years, I did tests with the UCI via Skype in the very early hours of the morning over here, and became an official member of their study in 2013. In addition to dealings with the lab via computer, I've also had to travel over to California in person every once in a while. While I'm travelling all that way, I also like to visit Harry Potter World and Disneyland whilst I'm over there. I can honestly say that Mum and I have now visited Disneyland so often that we'd be able to suggest the best shops, attractions and eateries to any first-timers, even though we live so far away here in Australia. We've just been that often. Now, my involvement in that study has given me further opportunities for my career goals of becoming a speaker and writer. I've now been featured in some media myself, including Good Morning Britain, Sunrise, and most recently 60 Minutes Australia. Now that more people have become aware of my story, there's much more interest when it comes to hearing me talk. I'm currently talking at local seminars and now feel that the time is right for me to begin Toastmasters in the hope that my speaking skills can be improved. This all means so much to me because my school years were greatly affected by my anxiety and also me not getting the right kind of help that I needed. Now it feels as though life is giving me a second chance in helping me to find a good career for myself. So I'm taking every opportunity I'm given in regards to this, regardless of how big or small they may be.